Good afternoon, Packers fans. Aaron Negler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It's Tuesday. It's the guys' day off, but it's no days off here at Cheesehead TV. We're devoted to you fine folks, Green Bay Packers fans worldwide, Monday through Friday, right here, talking green and gold, and some other times as well. I want to thank everybody who tuned in to the second edition of Carry the G Radio this afternoon at 97.3 The Game. Myself, Billy Schmid, Armin on the deck. It was a lot of fun, ton of fun. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, both here on YouTube and on 97.3 The Game and other various stations throughout the Wisconsin area. Really appreciate the support. It's a lot of fun. If you get the chance next week, hope you can tune in from noon till 2 Central. Speaking of my hopes, my dreams, really hope you'll find some Carry the G cream ale wherever you are in Wisconsin sometime this week leading up to the home opener on Sunday. If you go to cheeseheadtv.com, click the beer link. We've got an updated list of where it's available in the Green Bay area, in the Milwaukee area, and in Madison. That is expanding very, very quickly. We'll get updates throughout this week. We'll let you know when it expands in Green Bay, where it's available in the Fox cities, and most importantly, the western part of the state. I've heard from a lot of folks, Stevens Point, Eau Claire, we're coming, baby, and border towns both to the west and the south. Folks, Carry the G. Get yourself some Carry the G this week and or this weekend. Get ready for the home opener against the Saints on Sunday. And if you're in the Milwaukee area, I would be remiss not to say, come on out to the Tap Yard in Brookfield on Friday from 6 to 8. Corey Banke will be in attendance to celebrate the launch of this season's batch of Carry the G. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you can make it out. Hello to everybody in the comments. So good to see everybody mixing it up already. I do want to say right off the bat, can we get Jayden Reed the ball more? I mean, we've done the whole Aaron Jones thing, and we know that's going to happen sometimes, and other times it's not. But now I want to shift. No more. I said on transplants last week, and obviously I wasn't tested on Sunday because Aaron Jones didn't play, but I made the promise that I am no longer going to be concerned with Aaron Jones' usage in a game. Nope, I'm done. Game over. Now it's Jayden Reed. Let's get Jayden Reed the ball. That kid is lightning in a bottle, man. It is crazy to me going back and watching the tape how explosive he is, both with the ball in his hand and without. This kid could be something special. This kid could be a amazing, not only compliment to Christian Watson and company there in the receiving core, but he could be a legitimate threat. He could be a lead dog. And the more time he gets on the field with Jordan Love, the more ways Matt LaFleur figures out how to use him. Exciting times in Green Bay, Wisconsin, especially when Christian Watson gets back on the field. Whew, baby. And throw in Luke Musgrave, who didn't get very many looks last week, but I think will become more of a focal point of the offense going forward. Man, exciting times. Exciting times in Green Bay. And this Packers team, this Packers offense. Defense, not so much. But offense, let me tell you, exciting times. What's up, Chris Dorsey, leading us off with a super chat. How are you, man? Win, lose, or draw, this is going to be a fun season, game after game. Minnesota Carry the G? Really? Into the Minnesota area. It's coming, buddy. Be ready. You got to drink it loud and proud out in front of your Vikings friends. Make it happen. Keegan Woods, thanks to the super chat. Nags, when is Carry the G going to be closer to Illinois? Asking for a friend. We got it in Kenosha. It's in Kenosha. That's as close as we're probably going to get at this point, but maybe a little closer here in a couple weeks. But all I'm going to say, make sure you go to the Carry the G page on the Gathering Place website. They have a form you can fill out. You can ask, and hell, even if you're not in Wisconsin, they have a form you can fill out asking where you want it. What establishment needs some Carry the G? Fill that out wherever you are. If we can make it happen, we will. And if it doesn't happen this season, if you're not in Wisconsin or in the area, we want it on record for next year. So when the distributor says, okay, so let's talk about going nationwide, we can say, oh, funny you should ask, because we got a ton of people out there who want it across this great land of ours. Godsmack, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. I have to admit, I like seeing Matt LaFleur getting spicy during press conferences. I would pay a pretty penny to see him have a Jim Mora-style rant. Yeah, Matt's been, I'm not going to say prickly or anything like that, or spicy, to use your term. But I like how he's taken ownership of it this season. And that goes back to this summer. Like, there are, some moments where, yeah, you can see the frustration kind of come through, but you can tell he knows the route now. He knows not only like what to expect as far as narratives and what, you know, things people are going to ask about, but I think he's gotten a handle on who's going to ask what type of question. And, I think we definitely saw some frustration seep through yesterday when he was asked about Bakhtiari. And I think that's understandable when he's continually asked about a situation that he has said a million times in a billion different ways is going to be fluid, knock on wood, because there's fluid in the knee, etc. But he said, it's going to be up and down. He's going to be questionable. This is going to be an ongoing thing. Yet he keeps being asked the same type of question over and 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 over again. And if you think what I just did was annoying, imagine standing up there and having to answer those questions again and again and again. I don't blame him at all. Of course, the problem is Bakhtiari hasn't or won't talk about it. So there's no other recourse for the media. So again, I get it from Matt's point of view. No doubt about it. Vex, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. The organizational philosophy on defense isn't good enough. Long past time to do better self-evaluation. I mean, you can say that, but that's what they supposedly do. Each and every offseason, each and every week. They're the trained professionals. I'm just a schmo with a microphone. I can't say much more than I agree with you, but I've been talking about this for a decade plus, and nothing seems to change in regards to the style of defense they play, what they're looking for on the defensive side of the ball when they're selecting players and or signing them in free agency. I don't know, man. It may be well past time, but I don't see it changing anytime soon. John, thanks for the super chat, man. When can we get Carry the G on the moon? Go Pack Go. Fill out the form. We'll put it. Maybe we'll get Elon Musk on it. He'll take a rocket to the moon with some Carry the G. Craig, thanks for the super chat, man. Very generous of you. Thank you, sir. Did you see the NFLPA survey results when Green Bay was ranked 6th for player happiness? Lowest grade was training room. Good sign that the team seems to be taking care of the guys. Happy players equals better performance. Thoughts? Craig, I did see that. I believe that was, are you referencing the one from last year? I don't think there's been an updated one this season, but maybe I missed it. But yes, I did see that. And yeah, I don't doubt for a moment that the Packers are going to rank towards the top in almost every category. It's kind of what we talked about during the whole Aaron Rodgers drama back in 2020 when he wanted out, wanted to talk about, the wish list of places he wanted to go, etc. And at the time I said, and I think there's some validity to this in the fact that when guys are only in Green Bay their entire career and they long to try something new or get out and see what else, oftentimes, not every time, but oftentimes they go to another organization and they go, holy shit, I had it great in Green Bay. And what was great about that NFLPA survey was it added validity to that. The idea that, never forget, Randall Cobb played 2 other places, the second place of which, when he got traded back to Green Bay, said it felt like getting out of jail. There's definite advantages to being able to point to that NFLPA survey and say to a free agent or maybe an undrafted guy, you should come to Green Bay. They treat their players well. You're going to be treated right. No question about it. And Mundo, thanks for the super chat, man. Hey, Aaron, do you think they move Tom to left guard and Nyman to right tackle? Thanks for all you do. Go Pack Go. I don't actually. I think what they'll do is probably stick with as many guys in the same positions as possible. Tom didn't even run that much at left guard. If it was center, I think that might be a possibility because we saw him take a bunch of snaps there throughout the summer. But I would be surprised if they put him at left guard. I get what you're trying to do as far as getting some more kind of a solid foundation in the center of the line. Tom is certainly a great player, and you want your best guys out there. But I suspect, given, I will say, how they got through the game with Walker and Newman, I'd suspect if David's not going on Sunday, which we don't know yet, we won't begin to know those answers until tomorrow. But I suspect Newman will get the call. And who knows, maybe Sean Ryan gets some run. And don't forget Mike Jordan, who they picked up and is on the practice squad. Maybe he gets an opportunity to compete. I mean, don't forget Jordan, who, like I said, they picked up a couple weeks ago and is on their practice squad. He started lots of games in the NFL. So maybe there's a chance there that he gets some run if they don't like what they see from Newman and company. But I doubt they move Tom inside anytime soon. He's so good out there at the right side. I mean, go look at a bunch, any really kind of 5 or 7 step drop that Jordan takes over these first 2 weeks, and look at how more often than not, Zach Tom is locking down that right side. I don't think they mess with that. I think they keep him there. I mean, we'll see. Brother Love, what's up? Thanks for the super chat. Any word on Jones? Nothing yet. We won't start to get any kind of inkling on any of these injured guys until tomorrow. Wednesday is when they get back out on the practice field. We get our first injury report of the week. But, brother, if you're asking me to guess, which I am happy to do, I'll be surprised if Aaron practices this week, and I'll be surprised if he plays on Sunday. Maybe an outside chance to play Thursday against the Lions later next week. But hamstrings are tricky, man, especially early in the season. You do not want to do anything, cause it to aggravate and become a recurring problem every week for months on end. Yeah, I'd be surprised if Jones plays on Sunday. But we'll see. I mean, every injury is different. You never really know until, you get some kind of indication on the injury report. And we'll start to get that tomorrow. I love it. Folk 34 throwing it down here. 69 still on the show friends plan. Does he know it's show biz, chug beers, and get certain bloggers and QB on your side, and then don't answer questions? Folk, I think he's doing it specifically to mess with you. Not anyone else on the internet, not like his teammates, not the rest of the NFL. It's just you that he's trolling. You specifically, Folk. Just you, man. And I think he's got you. Look at you, man. You're all up in here mad on a Tuesday afternoon. I'm going to suggest drinking yourself a nice cold carry of the G and chilling out. That's me. That's just something I'm into. I also love the idea that, yes, because David and Cheesehead TV have had a good working relationship over the years, we are not asking questions. What fucking question am I supposed to ask David Bakhtiari? Give me a fucking break. Good Lord, people. Johnny Rivers, thank you. A lot of you guys have a lot of insider info on Buck's health, huh? Yeah, there is no wiser place about injuries where no one has any information than the YouTube comment section of any Packers blog. There is zero doubt about that, Johnny. You got that right. Just need to make one side of the line the stronger side. Put Tom where he will make that side stronger. Well, I think that he does that by staying at right tackle. If you got Walker and Newman on one side and you got Tom and Runyon on the other, I'm pretty sure the Tom Runyon side is stronger. Run to the right. Problem solved. I'm down for it. Brandy Lewis throwing on a super chat. What's up? I want more than anything to see a cohesive defensive unit with a solid plan. This is killing me, Smalls. Well, Brandy, I mean, I think they have a cohesive plan. It's keep everything in front of them. Unfortunately, that means they can just continue to be, giving up 5-6 yards per carry, and they get into third and short, and now you're going to make me upset. But yeah, I think the plan is cohesive. It's just not a very aggressive one. Luke, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Are you worried? I kid. I noticed you didn't mention Amon Green today on the radio. I'm guessing there's no chance he gets into the Hall of Change or chance he gets into the Hall of Fame. Well, he wasn't in the list of the nominees, so that's why I didn't mention him. There were a bunch of guys kind of in line for the nomination, but Amon Green is not one of them. Is there no chance he gets into the Hall of Fame? I wouldn't say there's no chance, but I think it's long odds. Let's say that. Long odds. Vex, what's up, man? Thanks for the super chat. Even this past draft, I heard the defensive line we got were poor versus the run. Seems to me like defense is doing what Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur want. Well, I hope so, but they're the ones in charge. I mean, look, the NFL is predicated on the pass, right? You want to throw the ball. You want to stop other teams from throwing the ball. We're coming off of a game against the Atlanta Falcons where they chose to run the ball a lot, and they were very successful at it. But 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be facing a team like the Atlanta Falcons. There's a lot of recency bias going into a lot of the reaction to the Atlanta game, which is understandable. It's the most recent game, but I would suggest letting things play out a little bit more before we start condemning the organization for how it constructs its roster or what it puts its kind of emphasis behind. And let's let this team play a few more games before we start saying, oh, they're clearly down the wrong path or what have you. Now, I understand there's lots of history here. We have lots of frustrations with a very different type of roster, but I think Gutekunst has done a decent job of trying to change some of the makeup and some of the ways they've been kind of operating around a superstar quarterback, trying to make it a more well-rounded team. And yeah, I understand, man. Those guys they took in the draft, Brooks and Wooden, very much like sudden disruptors, very much guys you would expect to be much better pass rushers than run defenders. No doubt about it. It would help if, possibly they got some assistance from their defensive coordinator. But yeah, you're right. They are meant to rush the passer. There's zero doubt about that. But they're also rookies playing in their second NFL game ever. Can we just let them develop a little bit? Just a little bit. Just a little bit before we start saying like, oh, they can never stop the run. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of ball game left. Oh, this is good. I like it. John, thanks for the super chat. Could our defense stop Coffee Town's running game? John, that is a phenomenal reference. Shout out to Wes. Anybody who doesn't know Coffee Town, I highly recommend you check it out. It is outstanding. I can't do it justice. So just check out Coffee Town football. But John, to answer your question, probably not. David, thanks for the super chat, man. Can someone other than Quay make a tackle or nah? Now. I mean, yeah. Quay was everywhere on Sunday, man. I mean, he wore down at the end, but I don't blame him given the Falcons ran 78 damn plays. But to your point, it'd be nice. And there's some bad tape from that game. I will say, though, to be fair, there were a couple of times where Savage stuck his nose in there, and you saw Ford come up and be physical. Like, I'm not completely dismissing the effort. Like, there were certainly times where guys were in there, and they were at least willing tacklers, if not good tacklers. But, hey, that's a step in the right direction, right? I will give him that. Ryan, thanks for the super chat, man. A.J. Dillon will need to carry the G this week. He'll need to carry more than that. He'll need to carry the rock. He'll need to kill. He'll need to take lives. All right, maybe that's a little over the top, but he is going to have to own some fools. He's going to have to run through a motherfucker's face, as Marshawn so eloquently put it. Aaron, what's up, man? Thanks for super chat. I don't know, man. Call me crazy, but if at least one extra thing went our way, we win Sunday. Without 4 best guys on O, feel pretty good. Go Pack, go. I agree, Aaron. I hear you. I mean, hell, one guy makes a difference. Aaron Jones plays in that game, they win. I think that's pretty easy. That said, you're correct. They're down a bunch of guys and they're in it, and they're very close. And one thing goes their way, they probably win the game. Now the coaching staff, that's where their bread is buttered. That's why they're there, to make one of those things go their way. Whether it's play calling, whether it's timeout usage, these are the things. You're in a position to win the game. Yes, there are a number of things that don't go their way. Well, you got to try to maybe course correct that with some of your decision making. It's a razor thin margin. We've heard Matt talk about it. These games can come down to one play or one decision. Help your team get in the W column, as Camille put it on Carry the G and MKE on Monday. The W is right there. Go grab it. It's frustrating. It's frustrating, no doubt. Brother Love again, man. Thanks so much. How about Reed? I think that kid is special and has huge upside. Am I wrong? You are not wrong. That's how I started this whole stream, Brother Love. I could not agree more. Get him involved. Make him a primary on a lot more calls. I'm not saying like I'm not belittling or dismissing what Matt has done as far as his usage so far, but I think it's pretty clear he's electric with the ball in his hand, and you want to do everything you can to get the ball in his hand so he can make things happen, because he absolutely will. He is a firecracker. He has the potential to be very special. I said that in the offseason. I haven't seen anything to dissuade me from that notion in these first 2 games. Need to see more. More. Pack that. Thanks to Super Chat, man. Thanks for all you do. If Bach continues to miss games, do you think they consider moving Zach to left tackle? Yeah, it's a possibility. I would suspect they probably stick with Rashid and then have Zach at right tackle for what we, continuity, the things we talked about earlier. The fewer guys you're moving around, probably the better. But you never know. We'll see what happens. I mean, look, they made a pretty significant change, but 4 or 5 games was it after the Jets game last year. Maybe they do that again if they don't like the results they're getting. But here's the thing. Here's the other thing. I know Walker had an up and down game at left tackle, but he was thrown into the fire. I mean, the fact that he's on the road in a dome, loud as hell, fast track, guys being able to just tee off, he has to be looking inside of the snap. I thought he held up okay. Like, sure, there were some missed assignments. He did get taken advantage of once or twice, but man, for a kid who had played literally 4 special team snaps in a regular season game prior to Sunday, they didn't really materially have to change their offense. That's a pretty damn good first outing. So I just, again, you guys know, I know you guys probably get sick of me saying it, but just relax, give him a little time. Let's watch him develop a little bit and see where he's at 3 or 4 games in, if it's necessary, if he's needing to play because David is out. But, one thing at a time here. I don't think we need to be moving guys around just to move them around. All right, I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you guys enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Please, if you are a Carry the G Club member or a Patreon member, I hope to see you at the top of the hour, the weekly happy hour. It's always a lot of fun. You can hear Brandy and her hubby bitch about the defensive coordinator. It's always a good time. Seriously, though, it is a lot of fun. I hope you guys can make it. And if you're not a Carry the G Club member here on YouTube or a Patreon member, totally get it, totally understand. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night. Go Pack Go.